Well, hi everyone, good morning. This week I've been reading that parable of the wise and foolish builders over and over. It doesn't take very long, it's only 4 verses. But I have spent a lot of time pondering on the application of this parable. Keith spoke often in his sermon last Sunday about doing something about what we hear. In the book of James makes reference in James chapter 1 and verses 23 and 24 to a person who looks in the mirror, sees himself or herself, and as soon as they turn away from the mirror, they forget what they look like. Now, this is what Jesus is getting at in his parable in Matthew 7, verses 24 to 27. Jesus is comparing hearing his word and doing nothing versus hearing his word and taking action about what we heard Jesus say. Jesus compares this to foolish and wise people. I found a great companion verse to this concept in the Gospel of John, chapter 13 and verse 17, where Jesus tells his disciples, if you know these things, blessed are you if you do them. Now, both in the parable in Matthew 7 and here in John 13, Jesus is telling us that there's no blessing in just hearing his word. The blessing comes if his word takes effect in our lives. But there's a real danger in just hearing and not letting what we hear take root or be applied in our daily lives. The danger is that we can delude ourselves that as long as I listen to daily devotionals, a Sunday sermon, some YouTube stuff and the like, I'm deepening my relationship with God and really connecting with Jesus. But that's just not true. Well, James, I love the book of James. He calls a spade on this issue. And in James 1:22 he says, listen, do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. And then later in verse 25, he speaks about people like the wise builder and says, not forgetting what they've heard but doing it, they will be blessed in what they do. Isn't that a great promise? Maybe this morning, take some time out. Think about the things that God has spoken to you about and ask yourself the question, am I doing something or not? Amen. Well, guys, the weekend is almost here. I trust you're going to have a great day. And may God bless you.